pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Dribble off deuce, ayy. That just might work, ayy. When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Dribble off deuce, ayy. That just might work, ayy. That just might work.
Welcome back to another episode of the Michel Matters Podcast. I'm Jocks Michel.
And I'm Jackie Michelle.
Welcome back.
Hey, guys.
Episode 33.
Yep.
We in there. Another one in the books for today.
Yes.
I guess just catch them up on the last 2 weeks. What's been going on?
I feel like same old on some things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've just been really busy with alterations.
Yeah, you got some orders this week, too.
On orders.
On the Bear Reverie.
Yep. So, it's just been... I've been tired. But in a good way, I guess. Yeah,
and I've been, trucking along as usual, doing Top Dogs. Everything's been moving kind of smoothly lately.
Yeah.
Getting ready to... Yeah, we're getting ready to probably start playing our first tournament this weekend, if everything goes well. So, I'm excited about that.
Okay.
Still accepting donations. I'm going to repost the link. I'll probably put it in the notes or the description for the episode today. But we are taking donations and sponsorships for our nonprofit.
Okay.
But what else?
We're trying a new exercise.
Yeah.
So this is
gonna be interesting.
I actually got this idea from Ilea. She listens to our podcast.
Ilea?
Ilea.
Oh.
I met her through Elisa.
Okay.
Years ago, like high school years ago. And she actually has her own podcast with a friend of hers called Black Feelings. Mm-hmm. So, we'll put them in the description. But she was talking about how, because it's mainly about therapy and stuff, how her therapist told her or gave her like an assignment to write her own autobiography. Mm-hmm. So she's been doing that. And I was just like, that sounds kind of cool.
Sounded like homework when you brought it up to me.
It's homework. We don't have a deadline or anything like that. Yeah. But I feel like it would be cool for me to write my, biography and you the same. And then we can read each other's. Because maybe there's things I still don't know about you.
This is going to be interesting.
It would be cool. So, especially your childhood.
Yeah.
I feel like I know about your childhood because you tell me. But maybe there's things that you might write about that we don't, talk about often.
Yeah, I think this might be a bestseller. But when you said it at first, I was like, okay. I'll try it. Anything, I'm down to try new things, I guess. So,
yeah,
I was open to it. But you already started.
And I only have like 2 paragraphs.
But how far did you get in the 2 paragraphs? Because that's what I'm trying to figure, like, how long is it going to be?
I only talked about my birth. That's it.
I don't got 2 paragraphs on my birth.
Well, I don't think it has to be structured the same way that I'm doing it.
It don't have to be structured the same way.
Just write whatever you want.
But, like, I can't use 1 page on, like, from birth to 15 and you did it in 6 pages. Like, I want it to kind of be, like, mirrored in, like, okay, today we're going to do from birth to, like, 5. And then we'll go from there and, like, kind of compare.
I don't think so, because you may not have as much to say from birth to 5 as I do, or vice versa. Like, you might have more to say about high school than I do.
Maybe.
So it is what it is.
It's gonna be just
write what
situation.
you want. But yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, so we'll keep you guys updated on that. How that goes.
I'm not gonna read it.
No, I'm definitely gonna read it to y'all. Y'all don't need to know. I give y'all enough.
Yeah, that's it.
And then what else? We went to game night the other night.
Yeah. My friend Rebecca's birthday.
Yeah.
Was last week?
Yeah, that was last week.
So she had a little game night at one of our friends' house, and that was fun.
Yeah, like, I get competitive with stuff, but I saw, like-minded people, and that was fun. We played a new game, too. I never played this one.
New to us.
Yeah, new to us. It's called Skip-Bo.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have played it. It definitely, it could get a little testy, but...
Yeah. We should buy it.
Yeah, we might.
Yeah.
But I think we picked it up pretty quick, too, so that was kind of fun.
I think we, We didn't win, but it was like second place.
Yeah, we came in like second. I hate, and that's the thing. We play Uno, and I hate after people play. Like, once somebody to me says Uno, the game is over.
It's over.
I don't play for second place. I don't waste, because then it's like, okay, we're playing for like fifth at this point.
Yeah.
Like, yo, cut this off. Like, I'm gonna throw my like.
But I mean, eventually it ends. It's not like Monopoly.
We talking about skitball?
No, Uno.
Uno, yeah, but
Uno eventually ends.
It just takes too
keep
long.
Playing.
I just feel like it's pointless after a certain point of time.
Yeah, you're right. But it was fun. It was interesting because it was like mainly couples.
Yeah, for the most part.
And we don't like, but it was with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're friends with them because of me, whereas like usually it's the other way around.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even feel like the other way around with your friends because they are my friends. Like for decades now. But yeah, it was just interesting. And I think one of them are newlyweds.
Yes.
I would consider them newlyweds still.
Which one was the people who just came from vacation? Oh, okay, yeah, they're newlyweds. Yeah. For sure.
So it was interesting.
Yeah.
But fun. What else?
Today is Easter.
Yeah. Happy Easter.
Well, the day we're recording is Easter.
Yes.
You guys are watching this on Easter Monday.
Yeah.
Which I found out is a holiday. That's weird.
I don't think that's a holiday.
It is a holiday. It's a fact. Easter Monday.
That's weird.
Alright.
I never said that.
Look it up. It's probably in your calendar.
Do we get the day off?
Nah, but if it was Canadian, that's hot.
Oh, I had Good Friday off.
And I didn't, of course. Thanks. And I work Saturday.
That's true.
So
yeah, they don't care about you.
Nah, my job don't respect Orthodox holidays.
Yeah.
So
we went to church today, and then went to my parents' house for lunch.
And your mom threw it down.
She did. So I don't think I have to cook anything.
Nah, because my mom cooked Good Friday.
Yep.
And I was there with them, and then your mom cooked on Easter. Mm-hmm. So we kind of covered.
We're good.
You off the hook this week.
Yeah. I just have to make breakfast.
Yeah.
That's it. And then you're kind of upset about this.
I am very upset.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to use upset, but I couldn't find.
I mean, I'm not upset. I mean, that's comical to be upset about it.
Yeah, yeah.
You did something that affected me.
I don't think it affected you at all.
It affected our relationship.
No,
okay.
No, it didn't.
So Jackie deleted her Twitter this week, right?
Yes.
I'm a Twitter guy. It's like my thing. I like Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we're going to communicate.
Text.
Nah, man. If it's a good tweet, I can't text it to you.
Yeah, he usually sends me, like, on do they call it private message on Twitter?
I guess, DM? Yeah. The messages.
Yeah, he usually messages me, like, tweets that we find funny that we're just like, we're not even going to retweet this.
I would never. Half the things I send to Jackie.
Yeah,
I would never.
We're not going to do this today.
But we can't vibe on that level no more.
No.
Like, I can't do it. So
but literally, Twitter is just an app I never open like that.
But it's it's my love language. It's how I communicate.
You're going to have to find another love language.
Nah, man. You just don't want our relationship to flourish. But, whatever. Yeah.
So I deleted it. I honestly, I was just like going through my phone and deleting apps that I don't use.
That's funny because I just was listening to something about digital minimalism. So I was like, is she going through something? But
nah, because I still am on Instagram.
No, but minimalism is not getting rid of everything. It's getting rid of stuff I guess you feel like you don't need.
Yeah, I don't.
So when you deleted Twitter, I felt like you didn't need me, and that affected me.
But I live with you.
I don't.
It's not the same.
Nah, it's not the same.
Okay. All right. You'll be all right. But yeah, so I deleted that, and it is what it is. Nothing in my life changed. Yeah, so I guess I'll just have to know what's going on Twitter through you. If you feel like sharing.
Just ain't it, man. Anyway.
But yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe and rate us on iTunes. Okay. You don't like I take the lead?
No, go ahead.
And send us comments on SoundCloud, iTunes. We on Spotify too. Mm-hmm. Worldwide out here.
You can't send comments on Spotify though.
Nah, but I'm saying, subscribe.
But you can listen, yeah.
Yeah. And and don't forget to check out all the different links we have on discounts or just all the different things that we post, like the small business spotlights and everything. So if you support us, support our people.
It helps. The sound quality might be better.
Oh,
if
yeah.
You support.
If you haven't noticed, he kind of updated the mics.
Might upgrade a few things. So, yeah. Thank you guys for supporting. And
Nah, they ain't do nothing for that. But anyway, I'm not giving y'all no credit for that.
Okay.
But hopefully the sound quality is improved and we kind of knock out some of those issues.
Yeah.
If not, right, it is what it is.
Yeah. All right.
On to the current matter.
Yes. Okay, so for this current matter, it kind of hit close to home, but not really. So recently, Notre Dame was on fire. I still don't know what the cause was. I didn't really read up on it.
It looked like it was the area that they were doing construction in. Something went wrong or whatever, and the building caught on fire. Mm-hmm. And it was a tragedy. Notre Dame is like historic. Yeah, it's one of probably the biggest churches in the world, especially in the Catholic Church. And one of the oldest. It's really old.
I say it hits close to home because my sister lives in Paris, and
we visited it.
Yeah, and I grew up there for some time, so I'm happy that you got to see it, even though I'm sure you probably don't remember it.
I mean, I saw it. I kind of remember. I just remember the Hunchback, and that's kind of his career. But aside from that,
yeah, I mean, it's not like we went inside and prayed and whatnot.
But I have respect for history and tradition.
And so do I. But there was a lot of backlash. Yeah. After all of that went down. Because although we do have respect for history and, for the church and things like such as...
you say that nobody else knows what you're doing. You say that.
I'm pretty sure they do.
No, I didn't know that.
If you guys watch pageants, you know what I'm talking about.
So Jackie does this thing where she says, and things like such as, and I'm like, yo, why you keep doing that? And she showed me a video where this pageant contestant does it. Like, she's trying to give an answer, and she's like, yeah, and things like such as.
Like, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about.
I had no idea what it was.
They were asking her some question about like education.
It was a terrible answer.
And she was like, and the African countries and things like such as education. She just didn't know what she was talking about. Yeah. But anyway, I say that just to make fun of that whole thing. There was backlash from the Notre Dame situation because soon after it came out, like a lot of billionaires came forward to donate money.
They raised I want to say close to $1 billion, if not more. Yeah. To rebuild the church. Mm-hmm. And I just think it's interesting. I just think it's funny how. I just think it's interesting that people will rush to donate to that. And no shade to Notre Dame, but I'm pretty sure they have money. Yeah, for sure. It's a Catholic church. It's like one of the richest institutions in the world. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure they have money to rebuild it. It's great to see unity, right? That everybody's going after a cause and whatnot. But at the same time, when things happen here, so it's like billionaires in America donating to this. Or people with close ties to America.
But like when things happen in Brazil, they slow to give. Or when things happen in Flint, slow to give.
I mean,
things happen
Puerto Rico, same thing. I think I was reading an article where they were saying like there's even still parts of New Orleans that haven't been rebuilt since the Hurricane Katrina. Yeah. And we've already raised enough money to rebuild.
And it shows.
Yeah, a couple probably Notre Dame. So like I don't think that's $1 billion building. Yeah. So the fact that you could drum up that much money that quick, And it's like, okay, you know, I understand it's a historic church, and it was, but that was an accident. We still have the 3 churches in New Orleans or Louisiana that got burned down.
Yeah.
And they barely raised any money for those.
Right.
And those were burned down by, like, hateful acts. So it's just always interesting to see, like, the difference in reaction to things that happen to minorities and people who are less fortunate than when something happens to someone who can kind of take care of themselves. But
especially, I mean, France is like one of the richest countries. Like, I'm pretty sure they have the money, if they wanted to rebuild the church. And it's not the whole church; it's a part of it.
Yeah, it's a portion, but a lot of it burned.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a lot. But it's just, it blows my mind.
Yeah.
It just blows my mind. Like,
people need to reevaluate their values.
Yeah,
kind of is what it comes down to. I think we should care more about people. And I think, you know, it just shows, like, history and tradition, what people are used to. That's kind of where they lean. But
and then actually donating, is it a way of, like, being helpful and caring, or is it, you know, well, I can still write this off too?
I mean, it's part of any time a billionaire does anything, I feel like it's calculated.
Yeah,
they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
but I just think it just shows where people place their values and who they put their values in.
Yeah.
And it's just sad because I especially feel for, like, the 3 black churches that burned down, because it's not talked about much.
Yeah.
I understand Notre Dame's huge, but if this is happening on your own soil, hate crimes, I mean, I would figure we'd care a little more about that, but
right.
It's just my opinion.
Yeah, same here. And I don't think, I want to be positive, but I don't think it's gonna change. I don't think it will change.
No.
It's because at the end of the day, it's their money. So
it is.
They can do what they want with it. It's just interesting to see, like, where their heart is for different situations like that. Yeah.
Anyway, enough of this downer.
Yeah. I mean, it's not downy.
No, it's a downer to me. I just feel like, but granted, it's status quo. That's what happens. That's how less fortunate people are treated or cared for.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, if we wanted to donate to something, right? Other people may want to donate to animal rights. And we're like, okay, that's cool.
Don't get me started.
But for us, we would probably want to donate to a shelter, like a women's shelter, or, you know, something like people can actually benefit from, and not just animals. And no shade to animals, but it's like, come on, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, if that's where their heart lies, I guess, to give, I'm not mad at it. It's just something that we should sit and think about, and really, like, is this really what's important?
Yeah, reevaluate. If that matters more, if rebuilding Notre Dame means more to you than, like, clean water and Flint, I guess you need to, like, look into yourself and wonder why. Yeah. Why does that mean more to me?
And it's not even like with $1 billion we can't do multiple things. Like, we don't have to, like, rebuild Notre Dame with $1 billion. We can use half of it. We can use some, like, disperse.
Well, let's see what the Catholic Church does with it, because they're not going to use all of it on the building.
Right.
So.
And then some people were like, well, they should use that money to donate to the poor people in France and stuff. Yeah. So we'll see. Let us know what you think. If you had the same thoughts when this happened, if you were a part of the backlash, or if you were just like, that's their money, they could do what they want, and keep it moving.
All right.
Yeah.
On to the Michel Matter.
Let's move on.
So this week's Michel Matter was actually something that came up this week in our own personal life. Mm-hmm. So my sensitive wife took something that I said and ran with it. But yeah, this week I just felt kind of overwhelmed. Like, it was a lot going on with work and the AAU team and just life in general. So I think I just told her, like, I need a break. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, I need a break from everything. So my sensitive wife took it as I needed a break from her specifically. Mm-hmm. And, you know, the whole conversation ensued, but pretty much it came down to, like, how in a world or a time where we just, like, are constantly moving, constantly doing stuff, like, how do you take breaks? And how does that incorporate, like, because I felt it was an issue of time management, but Jackie views it differently. She thinks it's deeper than time management. Yeah. So I guess, like, kind of feel like, okay, let's talk about it. Because we haven't had much of the conversation yet in person, so you guys are going to hear a lot of our thoughts
because
right
of time
now.
Management.
That's petty. But
okay, sorry.
No, go ahead. You can't shine in the shade.
Oh,
that's all I got for you.
I just feel like the past week, this week, because last week was straight. The past week we've been like ships.
Oh man, go ahead, say it. This tired behind phrase.
Ships passing through the night. You know, it's just kind of like I have my thing going on, you have your thing going on, and we just go meet. You know, before bed. Like, that's kind of what it felt like. So you say it's a thing of time management. I just feel like sometimes it's too much on your plate. Mm-hmm. And not like you specifically. It could be me, it could be you, it could be anybody. But this week, it felt like you. And I don't know that it's that you take on more than you should. And I don't know if it's just because that's just the time we're living in right now. Yeah. Like, we know people with 4 or 5 jobs. And that's just what it is. Like, you do what you have to do. Or sometimes it's just like you have those 4 jobs and then you have 3 hobbies that you are trying to turn into a business and all this stuff. And you just don't have time. So that's just the millennial hustle, I guess. Mm-hmm. But then on top of that, you account for your alone time, your time with friends and family, and you're just being stretched. So maybe this is just a season of us being stretched. But at the same time, it's like, how much longer can we stretch until we pop? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you say you need a break, what does that look like to you?
For this, right? So what I meant when I said I needed a break was just like, I just wanted, one thing that's important to me, I guess, is like time alone. Mm-hmm. I rarely feel like I have time alone, and I feel like that's a very important part of just like mental health, I guess you would put it. I think sometimes you need to be alone with your thoughts, or just alone with yourself.
Yeah. It's crazy because don't you feel like I get time alone?
Do I feel like you do?
Yeah.
I guess.
I know I get time alone.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice, but yeah, you definitely get time alone.
So why is it that I can get time alone and you can't?
Because of my schedule.
Okay. So let's run through your day.
All right. So.
Or at least like what tomorrow might look like.
Tomorrow's not a great example. I'm gonna do Tuesday. So Tuesday.
Wake up at
4:45, 5, kind of around that.
That's the time you gonna wake me up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
go ahead. No,
so yeah, so I'm waking up at 4:45, 5ish. My morning routine hasn't been as consistent lately.
But you know, it's a new day. So
yeah.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna get into my morning routine. I usually leave the house around 6:15, 6:30 ish. Usually, I try not to leave later than 6:30. And then I work 7 to, I want to say average 5:45, 6ish. Okay. Something like that.
What are your hours of operation? So the people know.
I don't know what
You know that.
I'm a salaried employee, so that doesn't mean anything.
Right. What are the hours that's on the website of your job?
I don't even think there are, but it's probably like 7 to 5.
Okay.
That's what I'm assuming it
7
is.
7 to 5?
I think so.
I don't think so.
Probably. I don't know. We don't have...
People leave before 5.
Not many, but yeah.
Okay.
So whatever.
But go ahead.
Jackie's getting to me.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Whatever. I work from 7 to 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on the day. But Tuesdays or whatever, typically it goes about that late. Then I go from work to AAU practice. And that runs from 6 to 8. So I'm never on time to AAU practice. Thank goodness there's 2 other coaches. Because if it was up to me, the whole thing would fall apart. The issue with that is typically, you got to wait for kids' parents. And we got to clean the gym up, shut it down. I get home about 9. Mm-hmm. That's about average. Come home, shower. Dinner maybe. It depends how we feel that night.
Well, sometimes I'll just eat because for me, 9 o'clock, I start to crash. Like
shit, yeah.
It's what?
My bad, go ahead.
What you say?
No, go ahead.
9 o'clock, I start to crash. Like, that's like the decline in my day. I'm in pajamas. If somebody wants to come over, that's cool. If I fall asleep on you, that's not my fault. Like, you decided to come at 9. And by 11:30, like, I'm really, really out. Like,
11? You definitely not making it to 11.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's when it's like, that's it for Jackie.
Yeah.
Like,
so
you're not going to hear from me. I'm not going to respond to your sentences. Like, nothing is going to work.
So as of late, when I get home, I might be working on, like, other side projects that I have. I try not to go too long just because I've been gone all day already.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So I deal with that. I try to, of course, squeeze time in with you. Mm-hmm. Watch something or do something. And then, yeah, probably go to sleep around 11:30. And then back at it again the next morning, waking up 4:45, 5 o'clock. So that's like an average day for me at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been hectic. And the last, I want to say week and a half, it's been even more packed. Like, there's been other things sprinkled in. I've been having to either go see someone or go do something. So it's like been eating up my time. So I kind of really felt like I said, I work Saturday. So it just lets you know kind of how like my schedule been going.
Yeah.
It's been a little crazy. I just want a break.
Okay.
A break for me. At that point, I just want like 5 to 6 hours by myself. Why? I don't know. I just want a break. Like, I don't want... If I could turn my phone off, I'd turn my phone off, leave Twitter on. But, I just...
That's not a break.
It's a joke. Jeez.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not on Twitter.
Oh, man. I could tweet about you all day now.
That's fine.
I'm a subtweet
you
Jackie.
You did it before.
Anyway. So, yeah. So, I just felt like I needed time alone. And, yeah. I mean, that was it. I did not ask for time alone in a way to slight you. Like, I don't want it to be like, I need a break from Jackie.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
I take breaks all the time.
Because, all right, I feel like, yeah, you do get natural breaks. Because I wake up before you. I leave before you. I come home after you.
Yeah.
So you can have those, just alone on those gaps.
Yes.
You can have time
Correct.
to yourself.
Correct.
Which I envy a little bit, but,
Okay, so let's talk about that. You said you need at least like 6 hours by yourself, right? So like,
and this is
a
not
day
like,
off from work, pretty much.
This is not like,
or like
I don't need
Saturday.
this weekly. I don't need this weekly.
Well, okay, that's what I was getting at, because when was the last time you had that?
I mean, we kind of had like a mini vacation a couple weeks ago, about a month ago, beginning of April. Had a little bit of time off.
Okay.
All right, so that was the last time I felt like I got a break like that.
Okay. So how often do you feel like you need it? Because I feel like I need it every day. I need like an hour at least to myself every day. It don't have to be a consistent hour.
Yeah.
It could be like 20 minutes, on my ride home from work.
Mm-hmm.
I could just ride in silence, or I could listen to my podcasts that I want to, or I can, you know, catch up on whatever, like YouTube, whatever. And then, like, the rest, you know, 40 minutes to ride my bike or whatever. Like, just time.
I feel like on a daily, I try to use my few alone times.
Working?
No.
Because that's what you do.
Nah, like I try to use my lunch break as a time to get away. For the most part, I do not eat lunch at my desk at work. I will take my lunch and I'll go to my car. And even when I go in my car, I drive out of the parking lot. Seriously, because if I stay in the parking lot, someone will come up to my car and talk to me.
Yeah.
So I drive away from my park. I'm not telling nobody my spots that I go to, but I get away just because that's how I can sneak in certain alone time and quiet time. Right. And even then, people try to call me or whatever, and I try to ignore as many calls during my lunch break as possible. But yeah, I try to sneak stuff in there, and then when I come home, I try to take that like first 15, 20 minutes, and like even if it's just with my shower, like shut it out, like. Mm-hmm. So I try to get it. Does it always happen? No, but who's perfect, right?
Nobody.
No, but I mean we've had the conversation. So I try to let you know too. Like, let me get my 20. Like,
yeah, and I don't bother you when you
come don't.
Home. I don't. Like, usually when you come home,
it depends.
It depends on the week, but like if I'm busy, then I'll either have somebody here anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm in the office with them, or I'm doing dinner, or, I feel like this week was a mixture. I did some work, and then I also, like, caught up on Being Mary Jane because the movie's coming out.
Yo, if I see one more...
No, it was done. I'm done.
Oh, you done now?
I'm done. I'm caught up. I'm all caught up.
You won't watch Game of Thrones, but you'll rewatch Being Mary Jane. Yeah. Crazy.
Because I can identify with some of those characters.
You need to reevaluate your priorities.
I don't know who, what's the,
Khaleesi.
The White King, what's it called? I don't know. There's nothing in me that wants to watch Game of Thrones. Like, it's like, not even a little bit.
It's the most nerdy thing in my life. Because I always make fun of people that work for it.
You make fun of me for watching Harry Potter and having read all the books.
Nerd.
And reading The Hobbit and stuff.
Nerd.
And I'm not really into The Hobbit either. I love Harry Potter, though. But Game of Thrones...
Can't lie, man. I don't know why. It's the one...
Winter is here.
Winter is here, people.
But yeah, so I feel like you already have a demanding job. Mm-hmm. And then you... In our last episode, we kind of talked about this, but, like... He's a very, like, dependable person in his family. So that's also demanding. Sometimes you ignore folks, but...
I have to.
But sometimes it's like, you can't. And then you also have things that interest you outside of work and outside of family and outside of me that you want to do. So I get that. Like, do it. But I feel like you want to do all of the things. Like... And sometimes you just have to tell yourself, like, I'm not here to crush nobody's dreams, right?
I feel like you about to... When people start off sentences like that, you know
I don't want to crush your dreams
you
because
know what's coming.
I know that you're talented. I know you're creative and you do, like, so many, like, dope stuff. Like, when you're on the computer and when you're doing things with your dad and when you're, like, all that stuff. But, again...
Nah, go ahead. Kill me. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, you can't do it all. Like, you just can't. And I try to as well. Like, but sometimes, you know, the sink is gonna look crazy and the room is gonna look crazy and maybe we didn't mop. Like, because I got things to do. Like, you know? So it's like a give and take, but you can't try to fit everything in one day. And I feel like that's what you try to do. And then we go to a situation where you need a day off because for 3 months you haven't had any time for yourself.
Look. I repeat, black people need therapy, right?
I don't think it's this has nothing to do with being black. This don't have nothing to do with that.
It was a joke. Mm-hmm. Anyway, if you don't know, go back and listen to the last episode.
It was like a little therapy session.
Yeah, but I feel like this is more therapy because you like
I'm coming for you.
Yeah, you in here with it. You all on my chest with it. But no. Okay, so here's my thing, right?
N-O.
All right, what do you see as a solution for the way I configure my schedule? Because you know my schedule.
Do
you
I?
See?
I be knowing your schedule. What? No, I wasn't coming for you, bro. I know your schedule, but it's like at the same time things just be popping up, and I'm just like, but I feel for you, but then I'm like, you did it to yourself, bro. Like.
See, because that's the thing. Like, people will tell you, like, you need to take a break. How, Sway? How am I supposed to take a break?
You got to just start saying no to folks.
But my thing is, I don't always want to say no because I don't want to be the person like I go to work, I go home, I go to sleep. Like, I have desires, I have other things that I want.
I know.
But how do I, successfully get those things?
It don't necessarily have to mean like saying no literally, right? So if the average person at your job leaves at 5, maybe you need to leave at 5:30.
All right, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Those people that
maybe you need to leave. Don't.
No,
I know where you're going.
No, I don't think you knew where I was going with that. But like, I cannot. I literally cannot leave at 5:00. Only because
even if you leave at 7, people still gonna call you at 9.
I get it.
So I feel like you might as well just leave.
And the crazy thing is, I feel like I've gotten much better at like.
I do too, but it could be the time change because it's still daytime. Like when you get home, and I'm like, why are you home so early?
Yeah, and I'd be like, I did not get home early.
Yeah, you're like, no.
But like, exactly. I feel like I've done a better job of like leaving things at a point where it's just like, okay, this could wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's some things that I do that I cannot leave hanging. So I do have certain obligations there. And just certain things I have to take care of. The work part, I do not think that can change much. It can change a little bit. I could probably do better at work, for sure. But I think it's the things after that. Like, even if I left work an hour earlier. Like, if I started leaving at 5, that can't happen. If I leave at 5:30 consistently.
You'd make it to practice on time.
I could.
All right, let's start with those days.
Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Yeah.
Leaving on time?
Yeah.
I try. 100% I try.
I don't doubt that you try. It's the follow through.
A word. I don't know, man.
Because I too was you once. And...
Don't say it like that.
What?
I too was you.
I too was you. But it was like, after a while, but at that time, it was me trying to like prove myself at work. Mm-hmm. So I would be like, nah, I gotta finish everything on my desk that I got today, because, I don't want to be looking out like, I'm the only black girl here, or like I'm one of 3, and I don't want to be seen as whatever, and I'm still, this is only my 3rd job or whatever. Trying to prove myself. Also, it was still kind of early on in our marriage, so I would still take work home, and show you my presentation and like all this stuff.
You wouldn't give me no credit when I helped.
You would just give me feedback.
Okay, carry on. I ain't asked for the credit. I'm just saying you didn't give it.
It's no credit. I'm not gonna put all of our names on the PowerPoint.
All right.
But then it was like, they actually need me here. I've proven myself enough. And other people are calling me for jobs. And other people are finding out about, my work and stuff. It's not me being lazy. It's just, I don't have to give y'all all of this. Like, I can actually save some of this energy for myself. Because I know I'm needed elsewhere. If I want to leave, I can. Like, stuff like that. Like, but when I was, 23, 24, and trying to prove myself in this game, then I would. You've proven yourself time after time after time. And, like, I feel like it's to the point where they know you're dependable. So they're like, we'll call Jocks. We need somebody for Saturday. Call Jocks.
So here's the thing, right? I don't disagree. But at the same time, I don't feel like I'm trying to prove myself anymore.
I know.
I feel like I've already proven myself, but I'm not built like that. Like, I feel like I have to get certain things done. It's who I am. It's how I got here. That's just the way I work. It don't matter who I work for, what I'm doing. I try to get things done.
And that's fine. That's great, actually. But at what cost is the getting things done worth? Is it worth being late to practice? Because you're, like, all about this AAU team. And it's 3 of you guys, you know?
That's why I don't feel as terrible. Because it's 3 of us. So
yeah, but
I feel
that shouldn't be your mentality either.
No, but I feel like it gives me the luxury of not stressing. Because it would stress me if I couldn't leave at the times I need to leave.
Yeah.
Having people to fall back on, I feel like it's actually more helpful to me. I feel less stressful about the situation. Because I know I have 2 people who got my back.
Right.
But do I wish I was there more often on time? Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But that's just the nature of it. That's not going to happen. But when I am there, I just try to be there. Like, fully.
I don't know how I feel about that. I think Tuesdays and Thursdays, you got to be there.
Okay, fine. But I don't...
Regardless.
Okay.
Somebody could be like, as you're going out the door, oh, Jocks, like...
That happens all the time.
Cool. Let me take it with me, and I'll look over it tonight. Psych, I'm not
going to be able to do it.
Exactly. I'm actually not going to look over it tonight. You'll get something from me tomorrow morning.
But...
Because I have somewhere to go. And that's it. Like, because you're making commitments. You're committed to work, your hours at work, and do your job within those hours. That's all you're committed to. You're committed to the AAU team. You're committed to being at practice between a certain amount of hours and giving these kids what they need from you during those hours. That's all you're committed to.
So you think...
And you're committed to me all the time. But... And then it's not only that. Then we have things, you know, that we also wanted, or people might ask us to do or get into at church. That is like, nah, bruh. Like, no service for you, God, because we tired out here. Like, that's not how it works, you know?
Yeah.
So we got to do better. Like, that's what I mean. And then it's, like, stressful not actually meeting the management of your time. You don't feel like it's stressful...
Yeah.
To be late and stuff?
Yeah, not as much. Late to that, no, not as much. Stressful. I just feel like life has become stressful.
Yeah.
Just in general, only because I feel like it's back to back to back to back things. I guess one thing, I don't know if it's just me, like I feel like maybe I make things mandatory that don't have to be mandatory. And that might be less stressful if I just try not to. I mean, I guess I take on too much, right? Don't do that. But my thing is, like, no one can give me good attention. What should I turn down? Because what if I really
know that? Though.
But what if I really want to do these things?
But only you know that.
I think that's my issue. I do not know what to turn down or how to turn things down in a way that works for me.
That you wouldn't regret.
Yeah, like I enjoy a majority of the things that I do. I'll say that. Like, I don't typically do things I don't like to do.
Yeah.
But they are still somewhat workish. Like, even hobbies can be work.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. Because that's the thing. I'm not unhappy in my life.
Right.
I'm happy with the things I'm doing. I'm tired. But I'm happy with the things that I'm doing.
Yeah. I, too, am tired.
Like... But
I also find time for myself.
I don't know. I feel like there's not enough time in the day.
There's not.
So how do you... Oh, see, I'm not...
Because, okay. Because, obviously, we were watching Homecoming. And I just don't understand Beyonce sometimes, right? I don't understand her.
A queen.
Right. But also, not that she's not putting in the work, because she is. Like, you could tell from the practices that she was doing and pretty much starving herself and working out, 2 times a day, every day, and then going to practice with 200 people for a 2-day performance.
That's damn. It's
crazy. Not to mention she has a whole husband and children.
3 kids.
3 of them. So I just don't understand how she gets things done, but she also has the backing to get these things done, I'm sure she has like a nanny per child at least, and the money to pay those nannies and all of the things. So she has the leverage to do those things while putting in the work. Mm-hmm. I'm sure she's tired. Mm-hmm. Like, she even said in the documentary, like, I'm hungry. But at the same time, it's like, at what cost? Because she also said, like, I would never do this again.
Yeah.
Like, I would never put myself through that again. So.
But I feel like I need to take advantage of the time I have now. Like, it's something
And my mom says that about us all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, y'all are always doing something, but do it now. You're young. Like,
yeah, because, the saying, it didn't make sense to me before, but it makes a lot of sense now. Youth is wasted on the young.
Yeah.
Like, I do not want to waste this youth that I have right now. Mm-hmm. So if I'm going to tire myself out and do it, I think now is the time.
Yeah.
Because, like, the people I feel like at work who don't work as long as me are the people who have put in way more time than me in years and all that stuff. Like, they've gotten to a point where they can, granted, I guess
they can relax.
Yeah, they're a little more relaxed. I don't feel like I'm proving myself, because I guess for them, they've already proven themselves.
For decades.
Yeah, for decades. So I just feel like, I don't know. I can't explain it. I thought I was going somewhere with this. I don't think I got nothing. I need help.
I don't know that I've. You
what?
See it?
No.
I don't know that I've proven myself. Stop. Okay, I feel like I've proven myself in my industry as a whole, but also at my job. I'm dependable. If you put this on my desk, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
If you if you ask me to help you with something and I can, I'm gonna do it. Like, that's what I mean by proving myself. But I also don't feel like, I don't know, I feel like your job is just like around the clock.
It is.
That kind of takes up the most of your energy.
1,000.
But then there are other things that I'm like, is that as important as something else that you could be doing? Like, when you are working at home. So maybe it's prioritizing the things that you're doing too.
Yeah. I guess the thing that what I come out of the conversation with, and if this podcast feels disjointed, I apologize. We're just getting our thoughts out.
We're just thinking out loud.
There was no
honestly.
structure to it. We're literally having this conversation in front of you guys.
Because, like I said, we were ships passing through the night. Like, we haven't had the time to have this conversation. So, welcome to to our relationship.
We're the Michels.
Yeah.
But no, I think what I came out of the conversation with is I do need to figure out what and how to say no to certain things. I feel like I've known that for a long time, but I don't think I've prioritizing.
Yeah.
And I feel like, okay, yeah, maybe, and trying to improve my work-life balance.
It's funny because you tell me that about myself.
I do.
Like, you'll be like, you try to force these situations.
Jackie is the most optimistic person.
It don't look like it's going to get done, girl. Just stop.
It'll be like 9 o'clock. She's like, okay, so we can go take a walk, do the laundry, and we can make it to church on time. Yep. And I was like, nah.
And church starts at 10:30.
Nah, yeah, I'm like, you're doing too much. Yeah. Like, but that's like how you think.
But that's just how I am.
Yeah. Like, you always think there's enough time. Like, do you know how long it takes to... Because every time we do something, like, I have to be, like, the voice of reason. Like, okay, let's walk here, and then we'll be back by 11.
Because I'll be like, let's walk there, and then you're like, it's gonna take us.
You know how long that takes?
Hour to walk there,
and then to come back is another hour. I don't think you thought about the walking back hour.
No, but it was what the walking back was gonna be driving back though.
Yes,
in that
but
case.
we had to be somewhere. I feel like we had to do something.
We did.
We had to do something.
You had to
after.
go to work.
Yeah.
And that's my thing, because on Saturday we go for walks. Mm-hmm. Nothing's going to compromise that. You can have practice at.
Tell the people the whole story. What time did I go to work?
No, you walked.
Okay.
We had our time, but I'm trying to say there are things that are put in place. Yes, there are things that are put in place. Saturdays we go on our walk. Mm-hmm. I don't care what time practice is. We're gonna go on our walk. And
I'd be like, yo, I got practice at 9. Okay, so we gonna walk? And I'm just like, what time?
We just gonna have to walk at 7.
We gonna walk at 8. And I'd be like, Jackie, where we gonna walk to? We're gonna walk to the back. I'm like, but you know that takes 30 minutes each way, which is an hour. And I have practice at 9. And I ain't take a shower or eat in that. No? Okay.
So we just gonna have to, if practice is at 9 on Saturdays, we gonna have to walk at 7.
But you're not gonna wake up at 7.
You gotta wake me up.
Okay.
Because you're the one that has something to do.
You see how this works?
Yes, I do. And so you all of a sudden have work that I'm finding out about today. That's not my issue, because we're still gonna go on a walk. You're just gonna have to go to work later. That's how I see it.
Okay, you didn't have to tell me that. I did that on my own.
I understand, and I'm proud.
Because the way you said it is like, what you gonna do is...
Because especially after the week that we had...
Yeah, ships passing in the night,
we're
right?
going on our walk. Yeah. Like, that's it. So we can actually talk, some fresh air, you know what I'm saying? Like, start this weekend together.
And we came into the weekend and I said I needed a break. Guess who didn't have a break? This guy.
Yeah.
So I'm going into another week without
But you can get your break.
When?
Today.
When?
After the podcast. After you edit.
When? Gee. How long it take me to edit?
Like an hour.
And we have to do something right after we finish recording.
That's gonna take like 5 minutes, bro.
Alright, man. This is the Jackie. This is the Jackie schedule.
Okay.
She said something gonna take you 5 minutes. It's gonna take me. Alright, I ain't go.
To go show the thing?
Huh?
It's gonna take 5 minutes.
It never take 5 minutes.
10 at best.
Okay.
10 at
Keep
best.
Keep adding.
No, there's nothing to add.
Anyway, and I gotta go somewhere after that.
Where you gotta go?
I'm gonna do.
Huh?
The people don't gotta know, but I don't got no.
Oh.
And I gotta go pick it up.
Okay. We can do that after we show the thing.
Okay.
I can do it.
No, I got it. I got it.
Anyway.
I got it.
And that's the thing. Like, help me help you, right? Because I'm busy too, right?
That's the problem.
But I feel like I don't have as much as you have taken on. Like, I kind of have a handle on some things right now.
I feel like you've done a pretty good job recently with, like, the way you manage
my life.
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay.
What?
And so that's what I'm saying.
You
like,
want to take a compliment?
I said thank you. Oh. I'm just saying, help me help you.
I try.
We're recording,
but it's some
right?
stuff you can't do for me.
We're recording right now, right?
Yeah.
And even in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, I still have breakfast to make. Still have, like, you know, the other stuff is prepped, but it's just like divvying it out, putting it in the containers.
Yeah.
Cleaning the kitchen, because as I'm looking at you, I'm looking at the kitchen. It's like,
it's not even that bad
to you.
Anyway,
for me, I'm like, the kitchen got to be top notch at all times.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm like, that can get done.
It will.
I can even wait, since you're waking us up at 4:45. I can wake up and do that if I really wanted to. So what can I help you with? You know, to ease your day. Like, that's what marriage is, I think. Like, that's a part of it. So, like, help me help you, you know? I think that also needs to be communicated. Because sometimes, you know, you have to work on Saturday, but then you won't tell me till Saturday.
Okay.
That was a one-time thing.
That's the second time you said it. That's the second time you said it, so we need to address that.
It's a one-time thing, right?
No. So, I came home Friday night, and it was Good Friday. It was Good Friday.
You didn't want to answer that question.
You went to get your hair done. I went to my mother's house, and I had dinner with my parents. I came home, and when I came home, I think I showered and everything. I went and sat on the couch. You were like, okay, because we were supposed to talk, I believe, about something. You took a shower. I fell asleep waiting for you to get out the shower.
First of all.
Yeah, big facts. I fell asleep waiting for you to get out the shower. I was going to tell you that night. But we never had a chance. You know, ships passing in the night. So then when I woke up Saturday morning, like, oh, snap. I ain't tell her, yo, babe, look, I got to go to work. But I did plan for the walk and everything. So I'm not going to go to work until later in the day. And yada, yada, yada. So don't even. Okay. Don't even try it.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Just tell me what you need. That's all. Just tell me.
I don't know. I don't know how you can help me sometimes. Like,
yeah, because sometimes
honestly, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, and I get that because even when I look at my schedule, I'm like, yeah, what he finna do?
No. But you disrespect me in your schedule. Like, it's certain things like Jackie don't let me wash the dishes. It's not that I can't wash the dishes. Jackie does not let me wash the dishes.
When you gonna have time to wash the dishes?
Look,
based on this conversation alone,
I still got other chores I gotta do.
What? I mean, you don't have nothing else this week.
Not this week. I mean, I want to do laundry.
Okay. But we could do that while you watch Game of Thrones. Boom. You know what I mean? Like,
stop scheduling stuff during the Thrones. Like, I don't understand what you're doing. That is and that would be my alone time, but people may come over tonight. But anyway, I don't mind that because watching the Thrones. Huh?
Who set that up?
Look, man, it's my life. I've accepted the fact that I'm going to be busy. I just ask that when I need time, give me my time. That's it. I don't ask for much. I do not ask for much.
Okay. I don't know what to do then.
And that's
I don't know what because, like, for me, when things pop up, right, usually my planner is not too far from me. And people will be like, oh, like, actually yesterday, somebody texted me, was like, I have a dress, major alterations needed. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm booked for Monday. So Tuesday, you good? You know, gave them a time. They say, yeah. I write it down right away. Mm-hmm. So I just know, like, okay, Tuesday, I can't do it for you. But, like, you wouldn't be able to help me in that situation.
Well, yeah, I get it.
If I have appointments.
Yeah.
So I get that some things pop up that it's like, I'm going to tell her, but I'm just going to tell her just for the sake of conversation.
Nah, it's communication.
Yeah.
Let you know what's going on in my life.
She can do it for me or she can help me. But around the house or whatever, if you need your time, if you're just like, yo, like, leave me alone.
Look,
that would be nice.
I don't want it to be like misconstrued. I'm not asking the Lord to lighten my load. I'm just asking.
You're just asking for like 4 more hours.
That's it.
But
that's it.
That doesn't happen though.
but I just sometimes I want people to like. Not people.
I feel like it's gonna be a little less stressful though.
Soon.
Like starting today.
We'll see. I hope so. Because my Monday is packed. Like it's packed.
But I mean, like, not as stressful as it was. Because I feel like it was stressful.
Yeah.
For months.
Yeah.
At least on our end. But now, like, our end is good. Mm-hmm. And then
work about to pick up.
Your work and stuff. That's the part that, like, you need to take a handle on.
I guess I did not come into this conversation expecting to get all the answers.
But it's something to think about.
Yeah, I need to get thoughts out. But I think what it comes down to is, like, I need to do a better job of finding time for myself. I think that may alleviate some of my stress in that area.
And it's crazy because I don't think you're the only one. I know you're not the only one. Because when I was getting my hair done, there was another girl there getting her hair done. And she was just talking about, like, trying to figure out when she should work out. Because in her condo, there's a gym or whatever. But she lives on the beach. And she works in, I want to say, Fort Lauderdale or something. I forgot where she said she worked. But it takes, obviously, a while to get from the beach to Fort Lauderdale. and not Fort Lauderdale Beach, like mainland. And she was like, I'm going to have to get up at 5 o'clock. That's the only way. I'm like, yeah, girl, I guess that's the only way. Like, I don't know what else to tell you.
Because it's even got to the point where, like, I have to schedule my haircuts, first of all. And I have to schedule them during the workday. Because if not, when else would I do it?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm working on me, man. I'm working on me. I'm trying to get better.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably in a couple months you get another update. See if I'm doing any better. Right?
Mm-hmm. I think you need to utilize your planner, too.
I don't have a planner. The one you gave me, it ended already.
Oh.
So
maybe get a planner when you go get the thing.
I don't want one of their planners.
Why not?
I don't know. We'll see how it looks. I want like a manly, nice planner. Like,
you want like a leather bound.
Yeah, something.
But you gotta use it,
that fits me. Yeah.
How often did you use the other one?
I think I did a decent job. I'm usually bad with stuff like that. I either lose it, or
maybe you
I
need
use
like
it for
a
week.
phone planner because you're mainly on your phone.
I do, but I like to write things down too. I actually like to write. Like at work, I've changed the way.
Hence the autobiography.
Nah, see, that's gonna be different. That's homework. But anyway, yeah, man. I think I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try the planner. I'll see if they have a good one when I go pick up this stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
Okay.
So, what I like to hear from you guys, please let me know. How do you guys do it? How do you schedule your time? How do you schedule your alone time? And yeah, just any tips you might have on time management and just finding that alone time. So,
yeah.
All right. On to listener questions.
Yes. Okay, so for Listener Matters, you guys can always email us at michelmatters@gmail.com with your questions, and we might answer them on the podcast. So this week's episode, we have one question, and I'm going to keep her anonymous. And she says, what do you think about how money should be split in a relationship? I feel like I want a man to take care of the bills while I still have my money, but I don't know if that is healthy for my relationship.
I don't know.
I feel like we kind of talked about money.
Yeah, we have. So, I mean, if you've heard us before, you know we are strong believers in joint accounts.
Yes.
All the money is in a pot.
Yeah.
And we split it up how we decide.
Yeah.
I don't think it's any one person's responsibility to, like...
You said it right the first.
Did I? It felt it came out funny.
I think
responsibility. So. Like, it felt it came out funny.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't think it's any one person's responsibility to, like, pay the bills.
Mm-hmm.
I guess because if he did, then, okay... Is he in charge of, like, the utilities and, like... I don't know. I always felt like that was weird. Like,
what do you mean, is he in charge of the utilities?
So...
He in charge of everything if he the one paying the bill.
But that's what I'm saying. So, like, oh, no, we finna get Comcast. And we finna get this package. Because I pay for it. How you gonna tell me
you right.
what package we should get if I'm the one paying for it? So, I just feel like... It just creates unnecessary ownership. Like,
yeah.
I think it should be joint. Like,
yeah.
In my opinion, it's the best way to build. Because, okay, so say I paid the bills, quote unquote, and then what's the... She said she wants her man to take care of the bills, and what was the other?
And so she could still have her own money.
So... Like,
for him to be, like, the man, I guess, and pay the bills.
So I pay the bills, but you don't pay no bills, and you get to keep all the extra money. So where do we save?
So he needs to make enough so he could save his own money too. I don't know.
See, that's where I think you end up having like weird power struggles.
Yeah.
In relationships, because if I have to do all of that, if I have to pay the bills, save money, like, and lead us in that way, I feel like you kind of put me in charge in a way that I don't think is necessary. Like, that is not how you lead. I don't think paying bills is necessarily the way you lead.
Yeah. Because you could still be trash.
Yeah.
You just know how to pay bills.
Like, when they say, like, oh, he's such a great provider. But, like, that's it?
That's it.
Like, that's all you bring to this table?
Sometimes that's all people want.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's an unfair expectation of men.
Yeah.
And I just don't think it's a successful way to save and build wealth.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say as well. Because okay, so we do have a pot. We have our own credit cards, which obviously we've already talked about debt. We don't use like that. Like, we use it to pay bills. Yeah. That's a part of the budget already. So it's already going to be paid off. So at least, like, our cards are being used. But it's not like, oh yeah, let's buy. It's not frivolous. Yeah, let's buy a vacation package on the card. Yeah. If you don't even have that money in your account, like, we don't do that. But then we also have, like, I have my business account, which, do you have access to?
My name is on it.
I think your name is on it.
No, I think my name is on it.
Yeah, but, like, because his name is also on the business.
Yeah.
But he really, I mean, you know what's in it if you really check the app that we use that says everything that's, you know, going on. But he don't really, like, use the account.
No,
ever.
Never.
Like, yeah. I'm the only one with a card because of the business expenses. He doesn't know what I need to run or to make the product. And then he also has his side thing with the AAU coaches that we were talking about, and that's, like, separate. So really, those funds are only used for business purposes.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything to do with us and what we have going on.
Yeah.
But the pool, like, our income goes to a pool, and that's our money. Like, that has nothing to do with, oh yeah, Jox is paying the bills this month. Yeah. And I got you next month. Like, it's not how we work. I'm not gonna say it's whack because I don't know what other people do. Yeah. But that's just not us.
There may be a right way to do it. Yeah. I just don't understand it, per se. It's not something I really looked into.
I do understand, like, some people have the his and hers pile and then their separate piles for, you know, because I want to get my nails done or I want to go out with my girls, and it is what it is, but it's still a part of the budget. But when I swipe my card, you don't ask me, like, why you spending your money so crazy.
Yeah, I think
it is your
it's just money, more effective way to budget.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could also budget the separate accounts.
Yeah.
But at that point, like,
people do that.
What's the point, I guess?
I mean, yeah, it's just more to manage. For me, I'm just a simple person.
Yeah.
I like simplicity. I like minimizing as much as we can. And there's one account to manage, and that's it. You know?
Because I also feel like when it's like that, the person who makes more expects more too.
That's true.
Because if we're gonna separate it, let's separate this correctly. I make X amount more to you, I deserve more of the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know. Everyone has their way to manage. I don't think necessarily our way is the perfect way or the right way.
No.
It's just our way.
It just works for us.
Yeah, it's just our way. So.
Because I don't, like, if I see swipes, as long as it's within the budget, I don't have a problem. Like, if you have budgeted X amount of money for clothes and I don't for that month.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're going to shop at Nordstrom or if you're going to shop at wherever you shop at or if you're going to just buy Jordans with them. Like, that's the money we allocated for that. So you do what you do. And I don't have a problem because we're not overspending.
Yeah.
That's what matters to me.
So.
As long as we on the same page. Is it healthy for your relationship? I don't think it's healthy for it to be all on him.
Yeah.
Especially if you're, making money, like contribute in some way, So at the end of the day, like, if it's only his name on the lease,
because if I'm the only one paying that bill, why
you don't have nothing to say. Yeah, you don't
yeah.
have nothing to say.
But that's what I'm saying. It's undue ownership. Like, I'm in charge of this because I pay for it. So, like, I have say so. Like,
yeah.
Why do you have any say so?
And then that can cause additional problems.
You know what I'm saying? Like, avoid all extra stress,
right,
if at all possible.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
All right.
That was a good question. But we do have guests coming soon that will, you know, talk about budgeting with.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
So they'll
Look
probably
out for that.
Yeah, they'll probably have their own take on that too.
That's going to be a really good episode.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
So we'll set that up and get their opinion.
All right.
All right, let's move on.
On to the business spotlight.
Yes. Okay, so the business spotlight is Mobile Car Care Express. I recently got my car detailed, or I guess, should I say your car?
No, it's your car.
Okay, it's my car now. I recently got it detailed. I think they did a great job because this was previously a man's car. And the way that I keep up my car is a little different than how Jocks does. You're a little different now because you bougie with it now.
I'm not bougie.
Yes, like your car, when you walk in, it smells like a spa.
You like that?
So, yeah, I like it.
All right. That's all I'm saying.
I do.
That's all I'm saying.
But that's not what this car used to be.
Look,
so I have
growth.
to like...
This is growth. When I bought that car, I wasn't as, you know, mindful of the future. Mm-hmm. And I ain't think that far ahead. Mm-hmm. Now I know. Yeah. And I paid, granted, I paid for the first car too. It was my money. But this was like, I feel like my dad is the one who helped me find the car the first time. Yeah. So it wasn't as much me. This is like my car now.
Yeah, you was like adulting for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But. Yeah.
So I inherited his old car. Or it's not old, but it's new to me.
Yeah, there you go.
So I was like, I'm not really calling it mine until it's like it looks like mine. You know what I mean?
So now you feel like that now?
A little bit. It's starting to feel that way.
Okay.
It's, you know.
I see you got the little the freshener hanging.
Yes, my little air purifier.
You see, I got rid of my air freshener. I switched it out.
There's this joke. I make fun of him because Jocks is the type to buy the air freshener that's like the tree that you get at the gas station.
They always they give you a good strong day and a half.
If you have, you know, it's a black man driving a car. If you see the black ice tree hanging from the little window or mirror in his car. So anyway, now he upgraded his life. I
like black ice.
I know. He used to get the blue one.
I used to get the blue, or I get vanilla.
I never see you
or
with
lemon,
vanilla.
Lemon. I go lemon.
I never seen you.
I go yellow or blue. I go yellow or blue.
He has the blue one. You probably still have a pack in your car.
I got one
just
left.
In case.
I got one left.
But now you have like a purifier or whatever.
Busted life up.
Anyway, so I got the car detailed. They came to my house, to our house, and because we not taking ownership of stuff, they came to our house pretty early.
Yeah,
he like 7.
He was there like 7:30.
Yeah.
He came. It was a 1-man band. Mm-hmm. He did everything by himself.
All he needed was our water hose, and that's it.
That was it. But he did a really good job, clean inside and out. It took him like a good 3 hours.
Yeah. And it took like 2 weeks for the car to not smell like wet.
But okay.
But that's just normal.
No, but even when I got mine detailed once, it didn't take that long to get the air out. So I don't know. You just didn't do a great job.
I mean, the weather is different.
But yeah, so don't say the man got your car mistake for 2 weeks.
Nah, it was not him. It was just like, it is the nature of it.
Yeah, because I had like a lot of like stains from different things.
There were things that even he saw, and he was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it out.
Yeah, man, I work in construction. So
and he did.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Got it out. I was like, wow, this is great. So I definitely wanted to shout them out. My car is clean, fresh, the little things that I'm trying to, jackify the car here and there. But they did a really good job, and it was like a good first step to getting the car to be my car and not Jox's old car.
So I think it was cool. It's convenient.
Yeah.
I'm big on convenience.
Yeah, they come to you. I was able to even leave and go to one of our friends' track meets. And I was like, well, if you need anything, my husband's inside. And that's it. And
he didn't bother me.
No, he didn't bother you. And then they sent the payment, like the invoice to me. And I just paid while I was at the track meet. And I was like, this is great. Like,
it was a great experience. When I need to get mine detailed eventually, I think I'll probably hit them up too. So
Yeah. So hit them up. I think Clarence Evans is the owner, but we'll put all of their information below.
Yeah, I can tell you, Clarence though is not the one who come in your house to. Nah, he's just the owner. You're not getting a Clarence. No. Anyway,
I don't know what his name was.
Employee, but he ain't no Clarence. You know what I mean? Well, no. Anyway, so I think that's it, man.
Yeah.
Another episode in the books.
Yeah.
33. All right.
Yep. That's it.
See you.
Bye.
When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Double off deuce, ayy. That you might work, ayy. When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Double off deuce, ayy. That you might work, ayy. That you might work. That you might work.